Having a payday routine has been single-handedly the best thing I have done for my finances. Hello, welcome or welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Laura, and on this channel I am trying to level up my life. Most of this is financial, some of it's health and well-being, and other environmental things like sorting the house out. I've got plans to update my office, which I will take you guys along on, but this video series is all about me budgeting all of my income every payday. This is the financial equivalent of, those videos that you see of people like restocking the fridge who are highly organised and everything has a place. This is my equivalent, but for my finances. So when I get paid, I know exactly where all of my money's going from my day job. I do make other money on the side from side hustles, but none of that is incorporated into my monthly payday routine. I like to keep all of that in savings or reinvest it to make more money in the future. So I do have my monthly budget, which I will go through in a second in a spreadsheet. I also have spending pots in Plum. So this is things that I know I'm going to be spending money on, not necessarily monthly, just expenses that I know are coming up. And I like to allocate a portion of my wage to this every month. Let's get into it and I'll take you through my budget spreadsheet. So we're going to start on my budget spreadsheet. My income was the same as it was last month. That's not going to change for a while. So that means that on payday my balance was £2,187.50. My fixed costs haven't changed, so I am just going to copy and paste those in. We are now paying council tax and we've sorted our gas and electric, but we do have a buffer in our joint account, which is what our bills come out of. So I'm not putting anything in for those yet. We are paying slightly more on council tax because it took a few months for them to set us up because we're in a new build. But going forward, that'll be changed. But we do just have the money in there to pay what we need for now. So we're not adding any extra in for now. And just for information, I repeat myself all the time, but this is half of our bills. So this is my half of the bills. My personal payments, again, have stayed exactly the same, so I am just going to copy and paste them over. My device, I only have a few more months left, so it'll be nice to bank an extra £27 a month once I've paid my phone off. I am just going to keep it until it's not working anymore. I don't need a new phone just because I've stopped paying for this one, so that'll save us a little bit of money. My subscriptions and bills, I'm just looking through them, have remained the same. Nothing has changed there. So I'm just going to leave that as is. I do pay for Plum. I will show you my spending pots in Plum, but I have created a tab on this sheet just for these videos because it's just easier to visualise it than me sharing my phone screen because it takes longer. But yeah, we'll get to that in a second. Savings and investments, I have put £50 a month in free trade and I'm 25 to NS&I, that's on a direct debit. I'm not going to touch my savings yet. I'm going to see what I've got left over and then decide what I'm going to put in there. So spending pots, £500 a month. We'll go through where I'm allocating those in a second. A Monzo, which is just my day-to-day tapping your card spending, that's also £100. So I'll just put that in. That leaves me with £223.02 for the month. So I do like to keep a little bit in my current account just for anything that comes up, anything where I kind of need to spend money on something that I haven't forecasted. But yeah, we'll leave a little bit in there. So I think into my savings, if I put £100 in, that leaves us with £123 in my current account, which I think should be enough for this month. So that's how my budget is looking. Before I go into my monthly spending pots and how I'm deciding to show you guys it, I do just want to mention Plum because that's where I keep my money. So Plum is a really good tool for if you want to break your spending up into spending pots like I have. These are also known as sinking funds. It's basically pots of money that will stop you from sinking. So for example, I've got my car pot in there, so anything like car insurance, car services, repairs come out of that pot. It's money that I like to build over time, where if I didn't have that pot, it would come out of my wage and completely wipe us off track for the rest of well, for the next few months, it would totally derail us and stop any progress. So I do like using Plum to track this. I do have a referral link for Plum. I'll put it in the description box. It's not always active, but I think it is currently. So if you sign up, we both get £20. I'll now take you through my spending pots, but I just wanted to show you what it looks like in Plum and where I am putting the money. But like, I am going to explain this, but I just like the visualness of what I'm moving on to showing you rather than just recording my screen and you watching me manually add the money to the different places. I think it works better. Let us know what you think. I'm just going to give you a little bit of an overview of what these are. So these are all of my pots within Plum. I do like to use Plum because you get interest on it. So I've got all of these separated for different categories that I want to spend money in. Not necessarily this month, just to have a bit of a total there for when I need to dip into it or when something's going on where I need that. So for example, there's a Christmas pot there. My car fund's in there, so when I need to pay for like a service and my car insurance, because I like to pay that annually. So we've got £500 to put between these accounts. Just looking at what Christmas is obviously very low because I've just taken out of that, but I think that's fine to leave for now. Petrol's not looking too bad. I like to keep about 150 in a month, but I don't think I'm going to be driving around that much. In February I might put a little bit in there. I do need to put some in Pig's pot. He's just been booked in for another blood test at the vet's. So if you haven't watched my previous videos, he was booked in for scale and polish, but something came up on his blood test that meant that they couldn't put him under anaesthetic. So he needs a follow-up blood test. So I do need to put some more in for this because eventually we are going to have to pay for the scale and polish, which is like, I think it's like £700-800. So this really needs to have a bit of a boost. So I'm just going to put 100 in there for now. So I have my goal in the top of these pots, but obviously this one will need amending, but I like how it kind of tracks if it's how much I've got in, and I'm just a very visual person. I really like how it looks. So Pig's pot is definitely a priority. Another priority I have is adventure money, because we've just booked a little break away for a couple of nights and that's going to be due. So I am going to put a little bit in here. I'm going to put 100 in there. So we'll spend £200 of the 500 that we need to put in. I do have more in here. So my treat yourself pot I don't touch because that's like money that I've been gifted. So for Christmas people give us money. So if I see anything, clothes or something that I want to buy, that kind of tends to come out of that. So we are going to leave that for now, and then essentials is over there, but I've just got it zoomed in so you can see where we are with everything. Car fund, definitely need to put some in there because I do have my car insurance that will be due in a couple of months, and I think I'll have a service to pay for. It'll be my first service on the car. So I'm going to put 100 in there just to get that up a little bit. Yeah, that's right. So then that takes my total to £485 in there, which is looking a little bit healthier. I don't know what my car insurance is going to be because I have moved, but it's usually £300 to £400 a year, and then I think the service is like 100 and something, so that's good for that. I think that'll be due in March or April time. So that's £300 that we've put in, which leaves £200 to dot about into these different places. So I do have another hygienist appointment coming up in February. So over Christmas I had a wisdom tooth infection, and I realised that I needed a dental pot because it cost us an absolute fortune. So that I had to take that out of my emergency fund, but then I thought, right, I need to get this set up. So I am going to put £50 in here, I think, which leaves us with 150 left to spend. So let's have a look where we need to put some money. Self-care, I have booked a hair appointment in. So I'm going to put an extra £50 in there just so when I do have my appointment it doesn't just completely wipe everything off. I had a beautician's appointment on Friday just gone, so that's why I took the 50 out, so at least I've kind of put that in and that'll be enough for my hair. So how much is that? £400 we've put in, so we've got £100 left to mess with. So I might just pick 4 pots here and put 25 in each. I am tempted to just leave Christmas for now because it is January. Maybe something in petrol, I'm going to put 25 in. That takes us up to 139, and I'm definitely not going to spend that in the month, so I'll have some left over from that. Fun money's looking a little bit low because we did buy some tickets for some concerts and events, like kind of over Christmas. They always announce them over Christmas when I've got no money. Right. So we've topped that up a little bit. That looks a little bit better. We are leaving Christmas meals out. I am currently doing 75 hard, so I'm not going to be eating out until at least the middle of March. So I don't know whether to just leave that one. So I've got £50 left to mess with. It's hard. It's hard to know where to put it. I might, I'm going to put some in essentials. So today's date, and then 25. So I've got 25 left to put somewhere. So like I said, I am doing 75 hard, so I'm not going to be going out. I've got another payday before I'll be doing anything that involves eating or drinking sort of out of my house. So I think I can leave that one for now. So I do have £25 left to mess with. So I don't know whether to top up one of the ones where I know I'm going to spend a lot of money. So either in this adventure money one or Pig's pot. I think for his health, because I will be able to put extra in adventure money next month for when we go away. I don't think it needs paying off yet, and I think there's 200 and something left. So if I put 100 in again next month, then I'm sorted for that. So I am going to put the extra 25 in Ziggy's vet fund pot. Dogs are expensive, but so worth it. So yeah, that is how we are looking for now. My essentials pot is over there. It annoys us. I kind of want it all on one screen, but if I have it on one screen, I don't think you guys can see it properly. Just move me over a little bit, and yeah. Let me know if you can see that. I mean, I'm sure I'll see it when I'm editing. But yeah, I really like the visual representation and seeing it at a bit of at a glance, and then I can track what's going in and what's going out, and I think it is just easier for these videos. But I would highly recommend Plum because I'm getting interest on all of these pots, which is obviously it isn't a massive amount, but everything adds up and it does add to my overall interest. So that's really good. So yeah, I will pass you over to other me to finish the video off. So that was my budget video for February. If you are interested in this kind of content, please like, comment, subscribe. And also, if you are interested in maybe having some downloadable money trackers that they're not the most technical, but I don't think they need to be. They need to be, I like them being quite simple and quite basic, so they're easy to just put things in. But if you are interested in those, let us know, and I could have a look at maybe having some files that I can share with you guys if you are wanting to budget your months in this way. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.